Hello. This is Tiffany with Healthy Passions. If you do not know me, let me briefly introduce myself. I am a certified personal trainer, certified wellness coach, certified energy healer by birth. I am an oracle prophetess and a natural healer. Today is my TikTok Thursday video, and I wanted to take a moment to talk about a scripture, well, a chapter in the Bible that I have been reading. The Most High had me reading Jeremiah. Um, Started maybe 4 days ago, and each I'm really busy, so what I do is I read a chapter a day, or as much as I can. So every time I read, I just read one chapter. So I'm up to chapter 5, but I want to talk about Jeremiah chapter 2. And it's almost like I am a very avid reader in scripture. I know scripture pretty well. I've studied it my entire life, but for some reason here lately, the Most High will give me something to read. And even though I may have read it before or I'm familiar with the story of it, it's almost like it's becoming more personal now. It's almost like the words are jumping off of the pages, almost like I'm getting a more vivid understanding and image of what's happening in the story. And it was ironic. He had me do the Holy Days on the Holy Day video on YouTube that I did for Tiffany Tally Healthy Passions for Life. Um, the last one was the Day of Mourning. And then right before that, I had read Jeremiah 1 through 4. And I was like, wow. So just to make a long story short, when I read chapter 2 mainly, but 3 as well, I saw how the Most High felt when the Israelites at the time betrayed him and went to go deal with other nations and worship other gods. And I saw how his heart broke for us. I wanted to do this video all day, but each time I did it, I actually got emotional and started crying. So I wanted to wait until I wasn't as emotional, but I'm getting kind of emotional now. But I wanted to say that the Most High, He loves us so much, especially His children. He loves us so much. And the things that we do in opposition of Him, when we go into sin or when we do things that gives the enemy an open door to harm us, it breaks His heart. And it reminded me of the love that I have for my children. And I have decent boys. They haven't given me a lot of trouble. They've been a blessing to raise. But there were times when they made decisions that I taught them better, but they did it anyway, and it would cause them harm, or it would cause them mischief in their lives. And I remember how much it hurt my heart to see them go through certain changes. And or even a better one, because they really didn't do nothing too bad that broke my heart. What really broke my heart when I was raising my boys was when they kept experiencing their classmates dying. And they would go on. Sometimes they wouldn't tell me, sometimes they would tell me, but they would go on as if life was continuing, but they were just broken up inside. And when they finally decided to talk about it, my heart poured out to them. I felt their pain. And that's kind of how the Most High is with His children. He is our spiritual father. He's like a father to us, a father figure. So when we make the wrong decision on purpose because we have free will, and He knows that that's going to cause harm to us, when we could just stay protected in His home, protected under His watch, it's like, yes, I have to let you learn, but it's hard for me to watch. It's hard for me to sit back and let you make decisions that I know are going to harm you later, or that I know are going to cause struggle in your life. And when I read, I'm getting emotional. When I read chapter 2, uh, he was describing how he felt when the Israelites continued to go and worship other gods and the harm that came to them. And he just like, I just I just suggest you read it. Try reading Jeremiah chapters 1 through 4. And I've read it before, I've heard it before, I've heard someone teach on it, but when I read it for myself again here recently, it was just it was like he was pleading with us to do right. He was pleading with us to stay protected, to stay in his love, to stay in his protection. And we ignorantly go on and just do whatever we want. And his heart breaks for us. And I feel Christ Yahweh's compassion, which is great compassion. I've never felt compassion like Christ Yahweh's. But when you feel the most highs emotion, it is overwhelming. And you know, he is a God of love and war, but the love is so deep, it runs so deep, you have no idea. It's like having a newborn. Even though we're grown adults, we're like a newborn baby to him. He wants to love and protect us, and we continue to do things that we know will harm ourselves and that will separate us from him. He never wants to be separated from us. And when we go into sin, that causes him to have to remove himself, because he is a holy God and he never wants to, but it is the spiritual law. And we always have a choice. So I just want to take a moment to let you know that the Most High God loves you, but not just in a cliche way like the church teaches, but in a way that is beyond understanding. If you are considering changing your life and trying to get Yah's way, finally, please do. I plead. If you are considering harming yourself, please don't, because the type of love that I am talking about is different than a human love. It's beyond our capacity to understand. And you will see that throughout scripture. So, like I said, if you want to see how Yah feels when we deliberately disobey him and go in harm's way, that is a good way to see it. I'm going to get off of here because, like I said, when I started the video, I was fine. But as soon as I think about Jeremiah chapter 2, I get really emotional. I'm a very sensitive person. But I love you guys. Please consider, take a look at it, and just see how he feels, how betrayed and hurt he feels, and think about your life and how you can make it better and how you can choose a better way. I love you guys. Take care.